was just racing when I was holding my phone. I was like, hey God, hey God, hey God. I actually cried because I was just confused because I didn't even know what to do. I was so nervous that I couldn't spell forest. Honestly, I was most surprised I did it. I don't know if I can do it again. Your girl is now a Canadian permanent resident. Yep. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel today. As you can tell, I'm very excited to film this video for you guys. Anyways, welcome to my channel today. If this is your first time stopping by on my channel, you are absolutely welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome as well. For those of you who are new here, my name is Onyeka and I am a Nigerian YouTuber based in Canada. I basically make videos documenting my life experiences here in Canada, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. It's just there, subscribe. And when you do subscribe, make sure you click on the bell like button so that you get notified for every video that I post and you will not miss any of my content at all. Today's video, I'm so excited to film this video for you guys today. It's something that I never thought again that I was going to make for you guys, as in this, though I wasn't sure when was the right time to film it, but I was like, what the hell, let me just film this video. So let's just jump right into the video, guys. I'm so excited. I don't know where to begin. Well, let me start from somewhere. Let me start from the genesis. Okay, so I think my journey to get my PR started sometime in, I would say, May of last year. But officially like the beginning started when I was coming to Canada for my master's degree program, and I came here in 2018 September, and I came here for my master's program, like I mentioned earlier. I had my master's in public health, but you know, during that time I just focused on my schoolwork. I knew that okay, getting my PR was something that was going to come later on. I wasn't sure when, but I knew that it was going to come after school, maybe like a year or two after school. I wasn't in any hurry, if you ask me. My program was 1 year, so I'm just gonna explain to you guys. So from September till like April I had classes, and then from May till August I had my practicum program. Basically my practicum was like an internship. It was mandatory, so I had that here in Vancouver. We had a few classmates that already had their PR, like fellow international students, like from India, from China, you know. Some of them were already writing the IELTS exam because it's compulsory, you need to write that. At that point I think I was just so consumed by school that I never just even imagined myself writing that exam. And I'm sure by now you guys have heard, like, you know, the exam is like a deal breaker. It's kind of like difficult to pass, not like pass because there's no pass or fail, but it's difficult to get like good scores. So I was like, I beg, why should you stop me? I'm not ready for any exam. I just need to focus on my study and work, and you know, there and after. So September, October, you know, passed. I think sometime in May, a friend of mine, she finally convinced me to register for the exam. Like, let's just start this thing, let's try our luck, at least who knows what will happen. And then I was like, And we registered for the exam in May of 2019, and then I've had experiences like of people writing the exam around me, so I kind of like had a feeling that this exam was hard. I registered for the exam, and then we started studying together. It wasn't easy, guys. Let me not lie. Like, I spent my summer studying for this exam. Like, it was not funny. I remember nights we'll do listening, we'll do reading, we'll do writing. I didn't really practice for speaking, but especially the writing, it was just so crazy because my writing is not good. Like, I can't even write to save my life then, but now I think I've improved. So I was writing a lot, and then when we write, we'll exchange our sheets, and then we'll critique each other to the best of our knowledge. Not like I knew what I was doing, but I was just trying, you know. And then the day for the exam came. I think it was May 26th. Sorry, I think, yeah, the exam was in June actually. I think it was like June 26th. Yes, June, but I registered in May. A very close friend of mine was getting married, so I was very distracted. Even in the exam hall, I was like, hey, I'm missing this wedding. Oh. But the day for the exam came, and then what I saw in the year was not what I used to practice. In terms of, while I was practicing initially, I wasn't practicing with exam conditions. Like, for example, the listening. I was just practicing with my earphones, But when I got to the hall, there was no earphones. It was a speaker they played out loud. And then I got used to practicing alone in my room. And then there were so many people there, and I was like, oh my God. I just felt so confused and, a bit thrown off. And then the vent of the room was on my head. It was making whoa, so I couldn't really hear the speaker. And then I think I was just so thrown off by the external factors that were affecting my concentration that the thing even started, I did not really know. And if you're not listening, you know that once you've missed one, you just have to jump, if not you'll miss the rest. So I was like, God, I already missed one, but I just kept going. But I wasn't really hearing because the vent was disturbing, but they increased the speaker to the loudest, but I still wasn't comfortable because I got so used to practicing with earphones. So the exam came, I did my writing, my reading, my everything, I did my best. Then 2 weeks later, the result came out. When I saw the result, I was like, when they asked you, so how was the result? They gave me this now becomes they gave you, not that you got this thing, because it was horrible. My first attempt was horrible, but I don't know, I felt I did very well, but I don't know, British Council, I don't know what people did, but I know that I wrote well in my other modules, but they listened. So my first result was horrible. My bound was really low. I got like 6.5 in writing, I got like 6 in reading, I don't know, I got like 8 in speaking, and then for listening I got like 7, which was horrible. Then honestly I wasn't even ginger to write the exam again, but my friend was like, let's still try one more time, who knows what will happen. I was very reluctant. I was dragging my neck a bit. I was like, if I fail this exam again, I'm not doing. I will just wait till I work for 1 year, then do the Canadian experience class, which requires lesser IELTS band scores. So I was like, I won't do it again, but I just closed my eye, just register for this thing. Then we studied again for like 2 weeks. I think we registered like 2 weeks to the exam. Just wrote the exam like that, but I practiced more. At least I was a bit aware of how the exam conditions can be. So I practiced with my laptop speaker. I practiced in a very low tone, anticipating that nonsense will happen again. So I practiced in such a way that I could barely even hear what the speaker was saying, but I was answering my questions well. So I practiced day in, day out, night, morning, come rain, come sun. I was practicing. Guys, when you thought I was balling last year, so I was not balling, I was reading, I was reading my book. So the day for the exam came, and then I went to write the exam as usual. So the listening was definitely more audible, and then I knew that if that nonsense happening again, I will not agree or have to complain. So I was more comfortable. I wrote the exam, I did all my modules, my speaking. I just felt like God was just with me that day. Like, I don't even have to explain. I remember during my listening, I was so nervous that I couldn't spell forest. As in, I was like, is it 1 R or 2 R? Surprisingly, my writing was more easier. Like, the question that came out was something that I was like used to practicing. So something about how has technology affected like modern times. So it was very easy. I wrote that, and then my speaking came. And then I think at that point I was exhausted, because speaking is not immediately. You have to wait a couple of hours. I was exhausted already. I think I was even tired. The examiner knew I was tired, and he kept like beckoning me to keep talking. And then honestly, 2 weeks later the result came out. Boy, was I shocked. I was shocked when I saw the result. I got a band 8, guys. Like, I got 7.5 in my writing, 7.5 in my reading, 8.5 in my speaking, and in my listening. I was like, okay. Honestly, I was most surprised I did it. I don't know if I can do it again, but it's out of the way. It's water under the bridge now. So I was so excited because that time, I think that was now in August. Yeah, August. I was very confused as to, because initially, let me just backtrack a bit. Initially, I didn't really want to do, I didn't really want to attend the school that I did, which was Western, because the program was 1 year, and 1 year, you get a 1 year work permit. Also, I was looking for something for 2 years, but I didn't get admitted in any of those schools. And then I just planned that, okay, after I study 1 year, I won't leave any gaps. Immediately, I'll just do another postgraduate diploma in the same school, which will amount to like 2 years, and so I'll get the work permit because, it's not easy to find a good job with the right NOC in the space of 1 year, and I wasn't ready to take my chances. But so in August, I was just very confused because I was applying to jobs. So I didn't have my work permit, but nothing good was just coming. But I remember the night before I saw the IELTS, I actually cried because I was just confused because I didn't even know what to do. Then I slept. The next day I saw the results, and the thing was like, it turned my world around. So at least I knew for sure what I was going to do next. I knew my next plan. So I was just so excited. I shared the news with family and friends and everything. So I now started doing research into what I needed for my PR application. So I needed my master's degree. I needed to graduate. I needed money. I needed my reference letters from the places I had worked in Nigeria. I also needed my police clearance from Nigeria, and then my medicals here. Yeah, so I started looking for ways to gather all of these documents before I apply. So I met my parents for funds because I didn't have money at that time. I was not working, and my dad supported me. What else? So I called all the places that I worked. So I felt a little bit of friction trying to get reference letters. I mean, calling places you work. It took a couple of weeks to get my letters from everywhere. Just 2 places, not like it's plenty. And I got my letters, got my police clearance. I was able to do it from here. And then one thing that happened that time was, when you're showing like a bank statement, because I wanted to be my sponsor, when you're showing your bank statement, once they see like a lump sum of cash in your account, like just deposited, it's kind of like a cause for concern. So my friend and I, we did some research. We found that you could actually do something called a gift deed, meaning the money was gifted to you for something. So I told my parents about it. So my dad now wrote a letter and notarized it, saying like, oh, this is a gift to my lovely daughter, whom I am well pleased for her graduation, blah blah blah. Then sent me the money, but I played around with the money a little bit, removed, kept my account busy. And then I think that's about it. I hope I'm not missing anything out. So I graduated in October, and then I got my certificate that day. Then what was left was my medicals. I did that. I got my police clearance. So I got everything. And by, I know, Halloween, I think that was October 31st, because they do the draws, the express entry draws every other Wednesday. I think it was October 31st. No, I was already in the pool, yes, prior to October 31st. And then October 31st, they invited me to apply for the PR. But I didn't apply until November 26th, like almost a month later, because I had not gotten my reference letters. Yeah, there was a bit of delay there. So I applied in November 26th, paid $1,000 for the application, and then the waiting game began. Then sometime in December, like early December, they just updated my profile that, oh, you passed criminal record check, all of that. And then typically, it takes 6 months. So I wasn't expecting anything. Though some people get their own like in 2-3 months, 4 months. I wasn't expecting anything. The waiting game began. During that time, I had already had like a working permit application processing. So I had my work permit in January. If I remember, I think it's in January. Then I started working in February up until now. 6 months from November 26th is May 26th. And then the pandemic hit. Everything shut down. Sometime in March, they contacted me to submit my pharmacy degree. They just needed to prove that I had a pharmacy certificate. So I guess that would cause a little bit of delay. So I uploaded that document. I used my master's degree, so that was why I kind of did not submit that. I don't know why. So I submitted that in March. April came, nothing happened. May came, nothing happened. May 26th came, which was a 6 month, nothing happened. Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything to happen, but because that was the pandemic period, nothing was working. And then on the 12th of June 2020, I got a mail in the morning from the immigration body saying a decision has been made on my application that I should sign in to check. My heart was just racing when I was holding my phone. I was like, hey God, hey God, hey God. I was really nervous when I was opening the my profile, and then when I clicked on the letter, I was like, I think I was in disbelief. I was like, oh my God, it's finally here. Like the longest 6 months of my life. I was just so excited, guys. Like I couldn't even contain, like everything was just going smoothly there and after, like because prior to that time I wasn't really in the best mental state, but afterward everything good news was just following it after the other. Hopefully one day I'll be able to share it with you guys, but for now just manage, oops, my ring. For now just manage just the PR good news. Then I printed up the letter after I closed from work that day because it was a Friday. I went straight to the post office to submit my passport photograph because you need to apply for the PR card. I went straight to the post office, took a picture and did what he told me to do, and I applied for the PR card. And something that I was happy that did not happen was that usually happens is that sometimes they might call you to a port of entry or an immigration office and do a little bit of interview and then show proof of funds, all of those landing ceremony things. But I did not do any of that. I think because of the COVID, they just say, oh yeah, take your letter, go apply for your PR card, and that was it, guys. Like I was like, God, keep coming through for me. I was just so excited. Yeah, so there's no plenty story to tell. I'm just grateful and happy. Everything is just falling into place for me. So wherever you are watching this video and you are considering immigrating, I think you should try just do some research. Like for example, if you have like a professional degree or a master's degree, you should try and check the eligibility calculator to see if you're eligible and then apply, you know. But you need to hurry up because the CRS scores are really high. So I don't even know what else to say, but I'll try to make subsequent videos, you know, explaining my process in details. Like for example, I'll make an IELTS video talking about how I wrote the exam and everything, and then I will try to make another video talking about express entry eligibility there and after. But if you guys have other suggestions, please leave it in the comment section and I'll be there. And yeah, so I don't want to make this video too long, but this is the 5 and 6 of everything. Your girl is now a Canadian permanent resident. Yep, I'm just gonna end this video here. I'm not gonna drag it for too long. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, guys, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment down below. I will see you guys in my next video. Stay safe and stay blessed, guys.